Hey guys, what's going on? Salt God here, and today I felt like streaming a game of World of Warships that I did in Tier 3 Dreadnought. It's one of the only two premium battleships at Tier 3. It's Dreadnought and NtgGolfman. Um, tell you a little bit about the ship. It's basically a Bellerophon in pretty much everything aesthetic wise. It has a little bit less HP, and it has no anti-aircraft weapons of any kind. But in exchange, it gets better handling and agility, and better concealment. And that's pretty much it. It's probably one of the most famous battleships, not in the game, but in real life. It really did change the way naval warfare was handled after its debut. So, in this match, it's a low tier match. There's a couple of bots, but there was also two CVs. So, being a ship that has no anti-air, I want to keep that at the forefront of my mind while playing. And I'm going to try and deliver my thoughts on this as I progress throughout this battle. Now, this ship was given to me by a friend of mine, Give Gab in game, and I would like to, get some games in with it. Thought I would give it a shot here and there. And this is one of those games that I felt like was special enough to cast. Now, there's 3 caps and 3 ships on my side of the map going to A, and everybody else is going to C, minus one of the DDs that was going to B. Now, that DD and B is a bot, so he's going to charge right through, I imagine. And with me right now, we have a Tier 3 Caledon, that's a bot, and a Tier 3 Dursky, which is a destroyer, but played by a human, slightly more reliable. Now, I want to try and take out some of these more rapid-fire enemies, like the cruiser or the DD. And basically, I just want to keep as much of my flank alive as possible to help me in the future course of this game, and we'll see how that turns out. Now, the enemy has a Dresden, a Clemson back there, AI Bellerophon, and a Tier 3 Romulus all on this flank. We are now outnumbered 4-3 with enemy rocket aircraft inbound. If you look on the map, you'll also see a Phoenix and a Wyoming also diverting to this flank. This is becoming an increasingly one-sided battle, so I am going to start playing more reserved and pull away. Now, thankfully, our allied cruiser here takes out the Dresden with some torpedoes, but our DD is going to go down. It is now 5v2, 5v1, and we have aircraft inbound. So now I'm in a fight for survival. My main goal is to just avoid this aircraft and try and find some point of safety in the back of the map and just keep blasting while I do. Right now, I'm not thinking I'm going to get out of this alive, so I'm going to try and get away and drag the enemy out and do as much damage as I can while I do it. So I don't know where any of the enemy is. We are down 3 ships to their 1. And they finished capping B, and now they're finished capping A. I do spot the Bellerophon, but I'm hesitant to take a shot at the moment. Right now I'm undetected. I needed to stay that way for as long as possible. I see the island directly ahead of me on the minimap, and further than that, 2 of the CVs. My main goal right now is to hopefully retreat back into the influence of the CV pressure that we do have. We are now down a 4th ship to their 1. As I start to engage this Phoenix, I'm now spotted and being targeted by 4 ships. I have to tread very carefully now and trust that my armor and their accuracy aren't intermingled.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
We did get 1 HE Citadel on the Phoenix, and we're now approaching the cover of this island in front of me. We're now starting to even it out a bit. They had a Dursky detonated and a Kawachi torpedoed. In a match like this, when it comes to target prioritization, I want to focus more on ships that cannot repair any HE back, or HP back, so that way the damage is more permanent if I don't plan on getting out of it alive. I do have a Romulus coming around this island. I don't want to waste my turret rotation taking that shot. I do want to finish this Phoenix off. I reached out to one of the Langleys for help earlier, and they're now coming to assist with the DD. And I do finish off the Phoenix there with another HE Citadel through the bow. We have 1 CV assisting me now with this Romulus. As he approaches secondary range around this island, I'm going to hold fire on the Wyoming to retarget the Romulus. And the only secondary hit I will get this game will be taking out the Romulus. Now I'm still being pursued by a Clemson into Wyoming. We are now still down 4 ships, but they have lost 7 ships, and the time is taking us to not lose 1. We now have a second CV coming in to assist. It looks like retreating back in this direction definitely paid off. And what was a losing situation, I now have a way to fight back. I'm not being focused by their CVs, thankfully. One of the deceptive things about this ship is that you don't really see it that much. So if you're a new player and you've never seen it, people just kind of don't really know that this ship cannot defend itself from CVs. But on that note, I get my 3rd kill of the game, taking out their Clemson. Now I'm at half HP. I'm 1 tier lower, but I have this Wyoming in my sights. I am going to try and re-engage with this Wyoming. I do have the CVs for assistance, and I believe that that will tip the edge. And now that I'm thinking this, I will turn to re-engage this battleship here. I can see that we are ahead on ships by a good margin, so my ability to take the ship out will definitely matter more than me keeping my ship alive. So I now have 2 fires burning on me. I have 14 seconds before I can get a heal off, or a repair off, and my heal has just worn itself off. I'm now at 14,000 health. He is being brought down to just about, despite having twice as much HP as me a minute before. And we're now tied on HP. He looks like he's trying to pop a heal off. I've got 40 seconds until mine is ready to go. I do have allied bombers coming in to assist. And I'm going to try and keep angled because he's been firing HE for a while. I feel like he's going to start shooting AP any moment. And he does. He takes out my wing turret there. I'm going to actually waste my repair just to get that turret back up and running. And the Wyoming gets taken down. Now the number of ships we have is about the same as it was 5 minutes ago, and we have taken out pretty much the entire enemy team, and what ended up being quite a turnaround. Yep, that Wyoming fucked around and found out. That's what happened. Now we are capping B. I see A is clearly uncontested, and we have our entire team encroaching on the enemy CVs. So there's not much I can do left in this regard. I probably just gonna barrel towards A, get that cap for some extra points, hopefully before the CVs get taken down, like their Langley just was.
Our team has taken the lead. Let them face the Emperor's might.
So while we wrap this match up, I definitely want to give like another good big shout out to a friend of mine, Give Gav, for supplying me with this ship and making this really good turnaround game possible. Hope everybody's doing all right, and again, thanks a lot, Gav.
Our victory is in sight. Spare none in your fury.
So our Ishizuchi is now encroaching on their enemy's last ship. I'm just now getting into A. I'm not thinking I'm going to get this cap in time because, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3 ships in close proximity of that Hermes right there. But just to recap, we took a losing force at A and turned it into a match that got me 1 secondary hit, 1 kill, and 4 kills overall. 10 fires, 72,000 damage, and a partridge in a pear tree.
battle ends in 5 minutes. For the glory of the Imperium. Charge!